channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. I want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday here on the drive-thru. We give you live free sports picks for all the primetime games, and helping us out with the picks, the cappers you find over at Pig Dogs. Let's take a look at who's on the show for today. We got James Clark to join us. Ninos is in the house. Joe D'Amico from Las Vegas. The Center Square Joe Duffy. And Shorr looking great there, coming to us from Jersey. McMorty from SoCal. Beautiful sunny day. The clouds are away now. And, of course, we got Chris Ruffalo in the house guessing here on the show today. Let's take a look here at how they'll line up. All right, Duffy, D'Amico, McMorty. Then we go to Shorr, Ninos, Ruffalo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this one started. Welcome Joe Duffy to the show. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work up there as he has for much of his time here on the site and on the show. Let's welcome Joe Duffy right now to our show. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. No, we can tell the truth. I wasn't doing a very good job in 2020 where the interesting dynamics kind of threw off some of my systems. But now that we're getting a taste of normalcy and more taste, there's going to be so much winning ahead of us. And so you want to lock in very long-term over at Pick Dogs at Joe Duffy's Picks.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. All right, Joe, let's take a look at this one here. It's the Toronto Raptors and Detroit Pistons NBA League Pass Channel. The Raptors road favorites here, 5, total 218.
Yeah, it was, it's funny. I was exchanging some messages with Big Al a couple weeks ago, but he, like me, the NBA is one sport where we do like those road favorites, and I know he uses a great computer program as well. But road favorites off of the loss under some very specific circumstances that apply tonight, 860, 684, and 24. It's slightly higher if the team that we are betting on was not on a very long winning streak entering that previous loss. Also, away favorites that average significantly more three-point shots than the league average, 1251, 10, 11, and 49. And the basic theory behind that, and there's somebody that I traded systems with, and I kind of agree with it. When you're talking about, obviously, a road favorite, you got a superior team. So when they're shooting a lot of three-pointers, that makes kind of the points, but not quite as big. It makes a blowout a little bit more likely when you got the superior team that shoots a lot of three-pointers. Like I said, I've added some of the simulation programs to my arsenal. More is corroborating stuff, but nice corroboration here where AccuScore has us covering at 54.7% of the time. Sportsline with a decent 53% edge. The NBC Sports Edge, gives us a mild advantage. I know the last time I checked, there's a possibility Pascal Siakam and Fred Van Fleet could both play tonight. That would be big. But all in all, a lot of things point towards Toronto minus the points. Toronto, W marks the Center Square.
All right, we got Joe Duffy here taking the Toronto Raptors laying the 5. And Joe, just looking here at this contest, both teams coming in with losing streaks. We got the Pistons dropping 4 straight. So have the Raptors on a 5-game losing streak. But this is the team you really believe in Toronto Raptors here to really expose this bad defense from Detroit.
Yeah, and like I said, I do think that one of the reasons that away favorites do pretty well in the NBA, but especially off of the losses, they're woken up. I mean, they're going to be a little bit fired up off of a loss, and they're playing a Detroit team that's vulnerable. So, again, a lot of our systems actually say to go with a cold team, and that is the case here. So the fact that Toronto is actually a fairly big favorite when they're not exactly playing spectacular basketball, more times than not, that's good news. What I always say, use the odds maker's knowledge against them.
Yeah, look at Pistons here since coming off the All-Star break, scoring 102 against Charlotte, 95 to Brooklyn, 99 here to San Antonio, really not getting any points on the board and playing poor defense. All right, Joe's here on the Raptors, laying the 5. All right, Joe, tonight we got NBA. We got some NIT as well on the board. What you got going on over Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, almost unloaded on one of those NIT games. I won't say which it is. Maybe another one of our handicappers. I have a free pick on it. But no, I do have 7 NBA winners for tonight, including 3 of my highest rated wides guys. So one of the stronger NBA cards in quite some time with 7 winners, including, like I said, 3 of my strongest bets, all going tonight over at Pick Dogs.
All right, you guys, check out Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 360 units of profit over in college hoops. He's got a nice one-day pass tonight. Pick that up and take those winnings. Make that upgrade to a long-term pass as the madness is getting close here. We got the play-in games tomorrow, and then it all gets started here Friday. So get good time to get on board with Joe Duffy's picks over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. You look great, my friend. A little short around the edges
you.
with that number one, but we'll watch a couple days.
I finally got a cup. By the way, I do have some. You're right. I do have some NCAA tournament winners already up. The Lord of the Big Dance is already up over at Pick Dogs. But thank you, Tony T. I finally got a haircut, much needed. We'll talk to you next week.
Absolutely. Joe Duffy here on the Drive-Thru. Talk with them next week. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive-Thru. Next up, well, we're going over to Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going to welcome Joe D'Amico. It's always an exciting time over in March over in Nevada and Las Vegas especially. Joe, how's it going today?
It is wonderful. The casinos are starting to get occupied with people just in March Madness action. But I want to say, Tony, to our viewers out there, I now know what opposing pitchers felt like facing Murderers Row, the 27 Yankees lineup. You got Duffy, D'Amico, McMorty, Andy Shorr, and the list just keeps getting better and better. Now I know what it felt like looking down the barrel of a gun. This is the best lineup I've ever seen on this Big Dog Show, Tony. It's amazing.
Yeah, Murderers Row for the Sportsbook. No question about that, Joe D'Amico. Murderers Row there. Sportsbook's no friend of ours, right?
Absolutely not. We're here to beat them, and we got the best panel in the world to do just that.
Absolutely. All right, Joe, we're going NIT ESPN at 9 Eastern time. It's St. Mary's laying 2 here against Western Kentucky.
Well, sports fans, this might be a bit tough to gauge as these two teams really haven't met in over 2 years, and they don't face the same opposition. Now, St. Mary's does go up against the likes of BYU, San Diego State, and Gonzaga, but sports fans, in the 6 meetings with those teams this season, the Gales, 0-6 straight up, 1-5 against the number. Western Kentucky, if you recall, they played West Virginia very tough. They went on to beat Alabama outright. The Hilltoppers, guys, they have a pro-caliber center in Charles Bassey. He accounted for almost 18 points and a dozen boards per game during the regular season. And St. Mary's just does not have anyone to compete with the big man in the middle here. I will tell you this is also a team 1-6, the last 7 versus teams with a straight-up winning record. Western Kentucky, get this, folks. I double-checked it. 25-9, the last 34 in the underdog role. Take the Hilltoppers and win, baby, win.
All right, there, Joe D'Amico here. The official play here will be Western Kentucky +2 here against the St. Mary's Gales. I'm with you there, Joe. I was not really impressed with this St. Mary's team. My take with this team is they're here basically at the NIT on reputation alone. Their 14-9 record. They really struggled shooting the basketball. You look at their past 5 games, just 37%. Shooting 37% from the floor, and that's against a WCC league that I think is down. I don't think this WCC league has been really strong other than BYU and Gonzaga.
No, I agree with you. And Tony, a lot like when you take, on the opposite side, a lot like when you see in college football where you see one of these lesser conference teams going with a good record, go and play an SEC team, a Big Ten team, and they get blown out 49-3. That won't happen here. It is difficult to gauge because these two teams don't play each other and they don't face the same opposition. But I really do feel that big man in the middle and overall the Hilltoppers are a good quality team. Very unselfish. On any given night, one player can step up and be the leader in rebounds, be the leader in points. Very unselfish team, very deep, very well coached. I believe that they're going to win this game outright, Tony.
Agreement here with Joe D'Amico here at Western Kentucky +2 against St. Mary's. Watch it 9 p.m. Eastern time. You can watch it over on ESPN. All right, Joe, let's take a look here what's going on over at Pig Dogs Premium. You're doing fantastic work in the NBA. 930 units of profit. That is all documented. We got a nice NBA card. 10 games up on the schedule. We got some college hoops as well. What you got going on over at the site?
Well, Tony, sports fans, tonight I have another NBA winner on the board to extend my 19-7-1 run, my NBA 87% consensus winner, and as one of the highest guys in the world in winning percentage on NBA. If you really want to maximize your profits while minimizing your expenditures, take advantage of my NBA second half season discount. I also, guys, tomorrow, the big tournament, March Madness discounted package, where you get every winner I have straight through the NCAA title game for less than the price of 4 or 5 plays. And Tony, very proud that a lot of people have bought my MLB season package already. As a 9-time baseball handicapping champion, I have a baseball season discount. If you just give me 5% of your trust, stay with me long term, by the end of that duration, I'll earn the other 95, guys.
Yeah, go long term with Joe D'Amico over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 930 units of profit documented. He's got that March Madness pass up there, baseball as well. Joe D'Amico there. Of course, it's the luck of the Irish. We're at St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to everyone. Of course, Joe, it's a big day in Vegas, St. Patty's.
Absolutely, we're very excited. I got the corned beef already on for about 2 hours. We have a lot of green beer. I already had one pint, just one. I don't want to get 2 tanks for this, but I want everybody out there to enjoy St. Patrick's Day. Be happy, be healthy, be safe. But guys, this is a very big time of year. Follow myself. Follow Joe, the other Joe D. Follow Big Al. Follow Annie. Follow Al. We've got some great people on this show that you follow them, they will make you money.
That's right. Follow and make money, of course, with Joe D'Amico, that 2-for-1 capper. If you want to go long-term with Joe D'Amico, pick Joe and of course, pick up one of the cappers there and pick dogs at a great value there at the site. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the site, on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you in a couple of days.
Tony, to you and all the other panelists, thank you for having me. To everybody out there, good luck and have a winning day.
All right, Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. Just a reminder, guys, to be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. It gets started now with the morning show. It is now 10 a.m. Eastern time. Mitch rolled it back to 10 a.m. Eastern time. No, he switched to 10:30, but now he made a corporate decision. We're going to see. He's going to stick at 10 a.m. and check it out every morning. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler. We'll get it all started. Then we got those 2 YouTube premium shows, the early and late. You want to find out information how to get subscribed to those membership picks. A total of 8 premium plays on those morning shows. On those YouTube premium shows. Check the link in the description below. And as always, guys, give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to welcome the capper you see #1 overall this year at Pig Dogs Premium. That's Al McMorty. So let's dial in Al right now and get his pick for today's show. Al, how's it going? I got to say, you look really good today. You look nice, some rest here from college hoops for a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of enjoying this. I guess it's only going to happen for 1 year, but I like this new schedule where they've pushed the March Madness, 1 day forward. So we get that extra day to handicap, an extra day to prepare, and an extra day to rest. So it's, I might petition the NCAA to do it again next year. I'm kind of enjoying this. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it too, but then you know what's going to happen is we're going to get 2 rounds of NIT and CBI and CIT on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to keep us busy.
Yeah, no, I mean it never ends, but I mean I'm just thankful for the extra day. It's much appreciated.
Yeah, I like it too. I like the fact you got that Monday in there. It makes it a lot really interesting. All right, Al, we're going to look here at this game. Change of favorites here with this one. Pacers to host the Nets. There's some injury news coming in here with this one. Pacers now a 1.5 favorite, total 230.
Yeah, these two teams last met back on February 10th. The Brooklyn Nets won that ball game by double digits, 104-94, and that started this really torrid hot streak by Brooklyn. They've now won 13 out of 14, including their last 5 in a row, and on the road, they've won 7 straight road games, so you don't get much hotter than that. The only loss they've had over their last 14 was that game at home versus Dallas. So now they go into Indiana, and the Pacers are coming into this ball game off a loss to the Denver Nuggets by 15. And this is a perfect setup for Indiana. When we first talked about this play, this afternoon when I told you I was going to use it, Indiana was a 3-point home dog. Now it's switched. I still like the play. This is a great revenge spot for the Pacers. They met, as I said, back in Brooklyn, and they lost by 10 points. And when playing with revenge and when they are rested, and off a loss, the Indiana Pacers are 140 and 79 ATS against an opponent off a straight-up win. So that bodes well for the Pacers today, as does the fact that Indiana is 48 and 22 ATS when they're off a loss by more than 12 points and matched up against a foe with a 400 or better win percentage. And there were some other angles I liked here which applied when they were underdogs, so we can't talk about those. But this is a really good setup for the Pacers. All good things must come to an end, and so too will Brooklyn's winning streak tonight.
All right, Al, here on Indiana Pacers laying the 1.5 here against the Brooklyn Nets. And, of course, your thoughts here, no Kyrie for Brooklyn. You got Harden without Durant in there, so it's a little different look here for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's a different look for Brooklyn, but, of course, that's all baked into the point spread. And Indiana, I liked Indiana even if those other guys, even they were, Brooklyn was playing with a full team. But this is, again, got LeVert back in the lineup for Indiana now, and it's going to be an absolute blowout on the side of the Pacers.
All right, Pacers to play here, -1.5 against the Brooklyn Nets. The Pacers got to pick it up 17 and 21 on the season. They got to push now for the playoffs. All right, Al, let's take a look here over at Pig Dogs. You've been sitting #1 at the site for some time. Nearly 3,700 units of profit. We got hoops, and we got, college hoops from the NIT and NBA. Of course, March Madness coming up. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, we cashed again yesterday with the Boston Bruins. We're now 41-25, our last 66. And going back further, as you mentioned, it's been a real nice red-hot run, 226 and 159, our last 385 today. We've got hockey, we've got hoops. I've already posted some hoops for Thursday as well, as we've got a first four play. And we also have an NIT game going on Thursday. We do have an NIT game going tonight as well, plus a winner in the NBA. So there's 5 games posted right now. Just go to Pick Dogs and you can join for a week, a month, or you can buy a la carte. And we're going to have a really, really, really hot March, as this is my favorite time of the year.
Great time of the year to get on board here with Al McMorty over at Pick Dogs Premium. #1 document for 2021. 3,700 units of profits. It's all documented there at the site. Of course, he's got his March Madness Pass. You want to go long-term, that 30-day all-sports pass. Every play that Al releases at the site for 30 days. Of course, the NBA, college hoops, some hockey, and of course, first couple weeks of baseball. So that 30-day all-sports pass, a really good value there over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Al, I know. Go ahead.
No, I was also going to say, all the handicappers are different. I'm one of the guys that actually gives out a medium to a high level of plays. I'm going to have 7 plays in the NCAA tournament on Friday, another 7 on Saturday. So there's a lot of value when you join for a week or join for a month. I'm not one of those guys who just gives out 1 or 2 plays a day. I do give out a lot of plays, and we win at a very high rate.
You see the high rate there. It's all documented over at Pig Dogs Premium there. You can see the results there. Of course, reminder, I'm sorry about your dog. It wasn't a dog today. It was a favorite here. A change of favorites of the Pacers, so apologies to your dog there in the background. Right,
that's my favorite basset hound. That's Walter. He's telling me he wants his dinner.
Yes, he does. Get him his dinner. All right, Al. It's always great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you tomorrow.
Thanks so much.
All right, Al McMorty here on the drive-through. A change from the dog to the favorite, but it's all right. Let's continue on here on the show. And, we're going to have welcome Ann Shorr to Pig Dogs to our drive-through show. You'll find Ann over there at Pig Dogs doing fantastic work. Ann, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you, Tony? Nice to see you.
Great to see you too, Ann. Looking great. Of course, you got a game tonight. We're going to NIT here as we got the Richmond Spiders facing the Toledo Rockets. And right now, Toledo is up to a 4.5-point favorite here, total 151.5. We've seen some line movement in this one.
Yeah, there's been some crazy line movement, and I told myself, I said I won't take an NIT game for the first round, first night, as a premium play. I almost wanted to make this a premium play, but I decided, I'll just go ahead and give this out as a pick. I know it's gonna be a lot to convince you about this game, but the thing about this is it's coming more as like a steam chaser to me, and a lot of things are, I understand Richmond, they got one of their best players is sitting out tonight, which could cause some of that line movement there. But like we said, this spread opened up at -1.5. It's now +4.5. Some of that line movement was because of Golden not playing. But overall, when you look at this game, the NIT in general, it's like, do both these teams really want to be here? And it kind of gets me wondering, especially like with Toledo, everywhere is saying take Toledo. And I just wanted to be a little bit different and go the opposite. And a couple different reasons is, one thing about Toledo is they made me mad when it's like your favored 17 points against Central Michigan and you lose by 2. That's just one thing why I tend to fade Toledo. But overall with Richmond, they ended on a 3-game losing streak, and this was a team going into the beginning of the season that they were predicted to go to the tournament, and they did not make the tournament. So I think there's a little bit of some revenge blood that they have here. These teams have never played each other. Both are doing well offensively. You have Toledo, who's averaging about 80 points per game, and Richmond's averaging about 73 points a game. Points allowed, though, you have Richmond, who's averaging 68 points, or points allowed 68 points, and Toledo's allowing more, around 77 points per game. Both, as far as your field goal percentage, Richmond's much better at the field goals. They're shooting about 30 in the top. They're ranked 37, and Toledo's ranked lower, I think about 80, 82. Both teams are in the top 100 for the three-pointers, but The way I look at this is, I think this could be, some interesting line movement with the Sharks, and just something about this. If one of their best players is out, then why is the spread not more? I think this game will end up being, a lot closer than what it seems. I liked the Toledo in the beginning at the +1.5. But now getting more points, I have to take Richmond. I'm going to go a little bit lower on my bankroll in this 1%, but it is a game that I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one more thing I'll add in. One more thing. I did like too. I always pull the. You know me. I do more of the days. And the one thing is the Spiders are 10-1 in their last 11 games played on Wednesday. So I did like that.
All right, that's an angle there with the play here will be Richmond Spiders here +4.5. Yeah, I was looking Toledo at the beginning, but not here at this point line at this spread 4.5, a little bit too much. And of course now I look at the Richmond side and I see they're a really good shooting team, not always strong defensively, but at 4.5, I mean you got to be clear by 7, 8. Of course that last second 3-pointer can get you there in the back door. So the back door open here with a Richmond team that can shoot, right?
Yeah, Richmond, this is gonna be a fast-paced game. I didn't cap a total on this, but when they shoot, they're gonna make it. And we're gonna see Toledo shooting a lot too. And so this is gonna come down to more of a defense. And I do believe Richmond is slightly better on defense than Toledo.
All right, Richmond here +4.5 against the Toledo Rockets. You can watch this one on ESPN at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the top of the hour. All right, Dan, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs. Look at you. That's, of course, that virtual high five coming. Over 1,000 units of profit right now. Document. You're getting closer to L. You're chasing L. You're getting closer.
I know. I'm in second, but, it's going to take me a little bit to catch up.
All right, little catch.
We have to get to baseball season sooner than later.
Yeah, we need more volume. We're going to get volume here coming up here with March Madness. All right, so you're doing great. Over 1,000 units of profit documented this year. We got NBA tonight. We got another NIT up there. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, so I have one NBA up for sale on Pick Dogs, $25. Pick that up. My last 2 days in NBA, I've been just posting one game. I'm really enjoying this break right now with college basketball. So we're 2-0 my last 2 days with NBA, and I have another great play tonight. Looking to go 3-0 for my last 3 days of NBA.
That's right. Get on board here with Ann Shorr. You see the numbers are over 1,000 units of profit 2021. She's got her one-day pass tonight. Take that. Make the upgrade to long-term passes. You'll find them over at Pig Dogs Premium. That's 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. That's the best value there at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, and as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
You too, Tony, and congratulations on your success as well. You've been on fire.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that much. Ann Shorr here on The Drive. Do check her out. Check her profile page over at Pig Dogs Premium. All her plays are documented and they're transparent, so you can look them up right there on the site. All right, let's continue on here. Before we do, guys, just a reminder, give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate that. Of course, that helps us build our audience. So let's continue on here, and let's go and let's bring in El Ninos. He'll be coming into us on Skype, so let's go ahead and bring him in right now. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs. I'm actually doing pretty good here the past 7 days. Let's go ahead and sign him in. I want to make sure I got him on Skype. And Al, we're gonna figure out how to get Al here on Skype. I think I figured it out. All right, Al, how's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Really can't complain. Everything's going well. All right, Al, let's take a look at the game you'll be handicapping tonight. We've got the Celtics and the Cavaliers, this one at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. In this game, we've got Boston here, the road favorite, 8, total 212.5.
Yeah, I see that line dropping to it's 7.5 everywhere now. Actually, the plus 7.5 is juice, so it looks like you might get a much better number. Closer to tip-off, looks like most of that is a reaction to Kemba Walker being out. He's a great, big, huge part of their offense. But I still think they're a much more talented team without him. Boston's 18-21 against the spread, while Cleveland's just 15-24 there. That's the second worst in the NBA. If we look at the total real quick, Cleveland does tend to play with the under, and with Walker sidelined, I kind of guess it could slow the Celtics offense down. Might look at the under, but I like this play on the side a lot more. The only thing I'd be concerned here is if the Celtics started celebrating Paddy's Day a little early. But I'd probably still like them minus the 8 points if they did. If they did. Yeah, I'm laying the points here with the Celtics. I think they win big here after a tough loss to the Jazz. It's a pretty good bounce-back spot against one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, Ninos here. We're going to go ahead and go with the Celtics laying the 8 here against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Any concern here, Al, with the Celtics defense? It's been a little shaky here, giving up over nearly 47% shooting here the past 5 games, and on the road giving up 47%.
You know what the perfect cure for a bad defense is, right?
Facing a bad team.
Facing that Cleveland offense, especially with Drummond, Kevin Love, a couple other injuries out there. Yeah, I think they step up a little bit tonight. As I mentioned, Walker's offense, he's not the best defender on the other end, so I think you see Marcus Smart maybe play a couple extra minutes there. That'll help their defense out a bit too. So yeah, I think it's a good spot for the defense to step up as well.
Yeah, the Celtics play a lot of guys, so even a back-to-back spot, not a big concern there. Here, laying the Celtics, laying the 8 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, Al, let's take a look over here at Pig Dogs Premium. We see the numbers here have been pretty good over the past 7 days. 663 units of profit. What you got going on over Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, my NHL's been pretty hot, making up for some weird results in the NBA lately, but hopefully we bounce back in the NBA too. Got some plays I like there, and 3 NHL plays, 3 NBA, and 2 college basketball tonight.
Big card here from El Ninos here. We get that 1-day pass. You see the numbers here, past 7 days, 663 units of profit. That is all documented with Al getting his 1-day pass. Of course, the best thing to do with that, the winnings is go long-term. He's got that 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass, or you can go March Madness as well. So check out El Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get one of those long-term passes today. All right, let's continue on here. Al, as always, great having your show. Thanks thank you for filling in today. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week or maybe sooner if we need you again.
Always ready, man. Thanks again for having me. So always a pleasure.
All right, El Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, reminder, that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate that. That helps us build up the audience. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Flores return here to the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and welcome Chris Ruffalo. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, doing really well in college hoops. I was keeping an eye on him up there on his numbers. Chris, how's it going?
Oh, man, I am happy to be back. The butt groove is still in its perfect position. I am totally – it's like I never left. I'm just so happy to be back.
Great to have you back here, Chris. Great to have you here. All right, let's take a look at the game you're looking at here. Wizards and Kings. The Wizards hosting here at 7 Eastern Time. NBA League Pass Channel will televise with the Wizards a point favorite, total 247.
Yeah, and you know what? Of course, I had to look at one of the faster-paced games just for my first game back. Because what fun is coming into it with a slower game? Not for me. You look at these two teams. Top 10 on offense, 9th and 10th respectively, but they're also 29th and 30th in a 30-team league in defense. I would not be surprised if either of these teams were 31st or 32nd. That's how bad they are defensively. You look at this total with the Kings and Wizards, 247, 248 in some places. The highest total of the season, second highest all time behind the Pelicans and Rockets game from last season. But these, Washington's still number 1 in pace of play, averaging 108 points per 100 possessions. Sacramento's, they were in 9th coming into the day. They're now slipped down to 12th. But these are 2 of the faster-paced teams in the league that don't play much defense, if any at all. There's just going to be a ton of scoring in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 255, 260. We may have to set a bet here. What's going to be higher here, my weight or the total at the end of this game? And it's a coin flip at best. So trust me here, you're going to see a track meet from the opening tip. Take the over, no questions asked.
All right, over here, Sacramento Kings, Washington Wizards, over the total of 247. All right, looking at this game, Chris, I'm with you here, looking at the over here. Although let's see it. Let's look at the line movement in this one as we're looking here at this King open 245.5. So we saw about a 1.5 movement here to the total. So you're okay even with that?
Yeah, I am, because you look at the Kings' last 3 games. Yes, they've all gone under, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that one team just wasn't pulling their weight. The game against Charlotte, 122 to 116, 238. That was a total of 240. We were 1 bucket away or a couple free throws away from getting over that total. Same thing with the game against Houston, 125 to 105. of a total of 231. We missed that by 1 point. I know we didn't have Christian Wood in the lineup, and that's been a big part of the criticism about Houston lately. But, we're 1 or 2 free throws away from these games going over the number, and when we're talking about a Sacramento team that instead of being 11-4 to the over in their last 15, they're 13-2. And you've got Washington hits the over in 4 of their last 5. I think we've got a track meet from the opening tip. I think this one can get closer to 260, 270. So I'm on the over all night in this one.
Over 247 Kings and Washington Wizards. This one tipping off here at the, I believe it's the top of the hour. Let's pull the numbers up here again. We got the game tipping off here at 7 Eastern time. So this one you can get down on here in just about 25 minutes with the tip. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing some good work in college hoops. We're right into March Madness now. What you got going on over at the site?
We are hitting stride at just the right time. I've got my Friday 5-leaf Clover St. Patty's Day special. That's $30 out there. But guys, the best value for you going forward, I'm telling you, we've got the College Hoops Tournament Takeout Pass. That is going to be your best bet for college hoops in the tournament. I already have my pad here with a bunch of underdogs here that I already know are going to come in for us. That package is $179. That's been reduced. That's only going to be that price for a limited time with the tournament starting in a couple days. It's going to go down harder than a fat kid on a seesaw. I'm telling you, this is going to be some of your best value for the tournament. Or we got the MLB season pass. We had a ton of winners. We had a ton of value last year in MLB. You're not going to find value like that anywhere in the world. You get the whole season pass for $3.99. Guys, check those out over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're going to put tons of cash in your pocket from today, and even for the rest of 2021. So don't miss out on it. Get on it early, get on it hard, and we're going to put cash in your pocket.
That's right. Chris will put cash in your pocket. See the numbers here. 651 units of profit documented this year in college basketball. It's all transparent. Go to his page at Pick Dogs. You'll see every pick he's released. He always gives you, the viewers here on the drive-thru, some really great values on his packages exclusively here. He releases the special pricing. Go and check it out right now. Get on board with Chris Ruffalo. Those long-term passes, the best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Chris, as always, great having your show. Hope to see more of you. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you, next week. We'll be booked again.
Yeah, you know what? You are going to see more and more of this face, so much to the point you're probably going to be sick of me. But you know what? It was time for me to get away. I got to fit into that, that bright green Speedo for St. Patty's Day. I got to work on the 2Ps to sit by Joe D's pool. I got a lot of work. I got a lot of me work to do, but I'm still going to be here for everybody, for the Pick Dogs family. You haven't seen the last of me.
I haven't seen the last of Chris Ruffalo. All right, Chris, have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you soon, my man.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Chris Ruffalo here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here on the show. Reminder, guys, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. It really helps us build our audience. And a reminder to those of you, if you happen to miss any of the picks on the show, we've got plenty of time before tip-off in the primetime hour. We're going to recap every play for you, so stay tuned. All right, let's welcome to the show one of the New York cappers you find over at Pick Dogs. That's James Clark, was one of the winners of the contest recently held. And let's go ahead and welcome him now to the show. There he is. James, how's it going today?
Pretty good. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing great. We're doing great. Okay, you're looking here at this one at 8 Eastern time at NBA League Pass channel. The Bulls to host the Spurs. Chicago going to lay a point and a half, total 223.
Yeah, if you go look at this, look at it on paper, the Spurs has not covered in their last 6 games at the United Center. And also the Bulls have won 8 of their last 9 against Southwest divisional opponents. So if you look at this game, I like the Bulls minus the 1.5. Definitely with DeRozan being out, that's some of their firepower. The Bulls are pretty healthy team. Got all their players back. They've been playing really good. Their last 10 games, they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Spurs are 5-5 in their last 10 games, and I really like this Bulls team. Zach LaVine has come into his own. Scoring 40, 50 points most of the night. So I really like this Bulls team to get this win by 2 or 3 points myself.
All right, James Clark here is going to take the Bulls here minus 1.5 against the San Antonio Spurs here. Look at the Spurs, yeah. always worry about their defense for the Spurs on the road, giving up 47% shooting, nearly 48% over the past 5 games. So I don't know, you could see some points scored in this one, but again, the Bulls are healthy. That's something key. We got Markkanen and Levine in the lineup, and they get that chemistry going. They've got some scoring talent on that team.
Yeah, they do, Tony. And the big thing for me was DeRozan being out.
Yeah.
For the Spurs, where they're going to get their leading scorer from. Because sometimes, he's their scorer most times. If you look or if you sit and watch the Pacers game, if they need a bucket, they're going to DeRozan. And I don't know who they're going to be able to go to tonight, especially if they, Aldridge, don't know what they're going to do with him. He's just setting out for some team to pick him up. But the Bulls, like I said, is pretty healthy. And, they're coming together as a good team. And Zach LaVine's been playing good. And this is a good young Bulls team. And I really like him to get the win here tonight.
All right, James, Bulls laying the 1.5 against the San Antonio Spurs. This one you can watch 8 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. All right, James, let's take a look over at Big Dogs Premium, where you're doing well in the NBA. 330 units of profit, 10 games on the card tonight. Of course, March Madness here coming up, couple of NIT. What you got going on over at Big Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack basketball stack. I got 4 NBA games and 1 college basketball. If you go grab 5 winners. I've won the last 5 days in a row. I've won 10 my last 17 days this month. So, I even dropped my my March Madness package down to 175. If you want to go grab it, about every day of the college tournament, I'll have at least 5 to 7 plays. And that also includes the rest of the month. So if I have NBA plays, that's not just for March Madness. I know it says March Madness on it, but that's for the whole month too. It's a documentary that tells you. I started it at the first of the month. It's from day 1 of March to the end of March. I know my big thing is March Madness because that's when we'll have most of my games at. Is March Madness. But I like the NBA, so you're going to have a few plays in the NBA there. And, also, the 2-for-1 capper, grab me, grab Tony. We keep talking about, the 2-for-1 capper, how good of a deal it is. How hot Tony is. I've been doing pretty good in the NBA. Get my 5-pack tonight and go get a 3-day pass, 7-day pass. Or like I said, my week is almost the same thing as the rest of the month for my March Madness pass. So I don't know why you wouldn't go ahead and get the rest of the month if you're going to buy a week, because they're so close to prices. So if you want to go jump on board, go look me up at Pick Dogs, and I'll put some money in your pocket.
That's right. Get money in your pocket here from James Clark over at Pig Dogs. You see the numbers here. 330 units of private document. He's got that 1-month pass right now reduced for you. Great value there. Every play from James Clark. March Madness here for the 38 pass, and you can see the numbers there. Doing fantastic work. All right, James, as always, great having your show. You're doing great work here on the show, James. Keep it up, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, Tony, and I'm available anytime you name me, buddy.
Absolutely. James Clark, appreciate the work here. All right, James Clark here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on here with the show. It's time for yours truly to step up with my play. We're going to go to the NBA here. This one between the Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. So let me go ahead and cue up the game, get you the game information here. All right, here we go. We got 7 Eastern time, 76ers hosting the Bucks. The Bucks going to lay 6. Total sits here at 235. And my pick in this, I'm going to take the home dog in this one, and it will be the Philadelphia 76ers at plus the 6. Philadelphia is without Joel Embiid, we know that, but relatively healthy with the rest of the roster. Shooting the ball well. You look at their past 5 games, 54% shooting, 41% from 3. They've won 6 straight, 8 of their past 9. In those 9 games, the 76ers sit best in defensive efficiency, allowing just over 102 points per 100 possessions. The Sixers 18-3 straight up on the home court. Now, Milwaukee is not defended as well on the road, allowing nearly 47% shooting. I mean, that's an angle we've been playing against Milwaukee is when they're on the road because the defense is not showing up day-to-day with this team away from their home. So I'm going to take the points here with the Sixers at plus the 6. And guys, check out Pig Dogs Premium. I've got a 3-pack going on top of the hour, so check me out over there. I also have long-term passes at 3, 7, and $30 sports pass, so check me out Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show, and this is the time of the show where we go ahead and recap the plays from today. All right, we got Ann and we got James Clark to help us out here. Joe Duffy got us started. Raptors laying 5 against the Pistons. Joe D'Amico, Western Kentucky, +2 against St. Mary's. Al McMorty, Pacers, -1.5 against the Nets. Ann was on Richmond, +4.5 against Toledo. Al Ninos, the Celtics, laying 8 against the Cavs. Chris, Ruffalo, Kings Wizards, over 247. James on the Bulls, laying 1.5. Yours truly on the Sixers, +6 against the Bucks. We'll start with Ann. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best? I think you're on mute, Ann. I think you got your mic on mute.
Sorry about that.
No
They're all really good. I love all these picks. I know, Tony, you're sucking up to me with those Sixers. James, I really love your pick as well. But the one I absolutely love, I'm going to say definitely go with Chris's pick on that over. You might even see some overtime. So I definitely feel strong about that one there.
All right,
especially the
here.
-1.
All right, Kings Wizard over 247. All right, James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Again, I know it's 2 nights in a row, Tony, but I like your pick again, buddy. I like the Sixers going against this soft Milwaukee team, getting 6 points. I mean, I know, like you said, Embiid's out, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers didn't win this game. So I really like the 6 points with the Sixers.
All right, Sixers +6. And I will go with Joe D'Amico, Western Kentucky +2 against St. Mary's. I've been a team, I like looking at faith of St. Mary's team, and 9 lost teams in a weak conference. And I will go against the St. Mary's team. I know I've not been really high on this team coming into the season, and they really have not performed really good at a high level. And I really think this NIT bid is based on reputation here. A 14-9 in the NIT from the WCC. Western Kentucky +2. All right, guys, so do it for another edition of The Drive-Thru. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We do it all over again. I got a full book again tomorrow of 8 cappers on the show, giving out live free sports picks for you at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, it all gets started at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. It's Mitch, it's Rod Zawacki, Brian Billard. Once in a while, we'll get a guest handicapper in there as well, so tune in. And, of course, don't forget about those 2 YouTube premium shows, the early and late edition. Look at the description below for details. All right, let's bring in the crew from tonight, and let's give everybody here a nice send-off here, a nice wave goodbye. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys.